Hey everybody, it is July 6, 2026, show from the Strange Voyage Files, and yes, I'm doing which is better. Not which is worse, which is better. Alright, we'll get into the main one in a second because you're going to see these other two albums and be like, why are they here? So my two favorite Kiss and Black Sabbath albums. Which one of these two is better? Absolutely this one. Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath, absolutely. Now, these are both two perfect albums. But a couple things with this one. For a while, this was not my favorite Kiss album. I don't ever foresee the day where this will not be my favorite Kiss album. Especially if they release more, because if they're anything like Sonic Boom and Monster, I can guarantee you they're not going to go higher on my list. This is my one that I have without Kissing Time on it. You can see it's really kind of distressed in the front, but you know, and I know collectors, again, I don't ever plan on selling any of this stuff. It's all up to the girls, so I put the stickers on here. I know collectors are like, no, we want everything perfect and whatnot. This shows me that this album was loved. This album, I'd love to go back and know what the history of this album is. I got it off eBay. You know, again, somebody got this album when it first came out. I would love to know what the history of this album was. So, I mean, absolute great album. This album, though, when I first listened to this album, and this is a U.S. first edition, when I first listened to this album, it was my favorite Black Sabbath album, hands down, without a doubt. For the short time, you know, I hadn't even had all the Black Sabbath albums. I don't think. At least the Ozzy ones. No, because I know I didn't have Never Say Die or Technical Ecstasy. But, you know, of course, Paranoid was my favorite for, I don't know, a couple months. And then I got this. After hearing Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath on Speak of the Devil. And I was so blown away by this album. And it has been never changed since that day. So, out of my two favorite Black Sabbath and Kiss albums, you're never going to go wrong with either one. Yeah, again, I don't think there's a bad track off either one of these albums. My God, I mean, this is just one of the best albums of all time. I mean, this is one of the best albums of all time, too. But, I mean, this one's just so incredible. All right, now what you're really here for. Which one is better? Unmasked or Technical Ecstasy? So I decided to do this because as I was doing these Kiss videos lately, I did say, hey, yeah, Unmasked is my second favorite Kiss album, and Technical Ecstasy is my second favorite Black Sabbath album. Now, I've told this story before, but it took me until this was released on CD, at least in the Chicagoland area, and man, I looked. You could not find this album. Couldn't find it on cassette, and I couldn't find it on LP. It just... I have a feeling Warner Brothers, because this and Never Say Die didn't sell all that well, they just didn't produce them or mass produce them. And I don't think record stores were ordering them. So whatever, at some point in time, whatever stock of Technical Ecstasy and Never Say Die came out, that was it. And again, I told the story with Never Say Die where I bought the cassette, and Rolling Stones has an absolute, no return policy. Back then, I think it's changed a little bit, but you only have like a day to exchange it for the exact same thing, something like that. But the girl told me, and she had been working there forever, and I can picture her. She wrote on the back of the receipt, "You have a day, and I will refund your money." Because she's like, this thing has been sitting on that shelf since it's been released, and I probably bought it in '88. So 87, 88. So, I mean, at least 10 years that cassette had been sitting on the shelf at Rolling Stones. So, like, if the tape breaks, and it wasn't if I didn't like it. She said, if it breaks. She goes, I don't know if the tape's going to hold up. It did. Still have it somewhere. But I love this album. This album is just, I mean, so, even She's Gone, which has grown on me more. I don't skip it anymore. I used to just always skip it. I mean, this album is just such... To me, it's a night album, if that makes any sense. It just seems dark and morose, and And again, I used to listen to this. I put my little Walkman on, go walk around the neighborhood at night. I actually used to like to get out and walk. And I listened to this album over and over and over. This one, it took me a long time to ever even listen to it. And I don't care. I like Pop Paul. And this is all Pop Paul. Vinnie Poncia, in that Behind the Mask Kiss book, said that he was known for writing pop hits. And that's what they wanted. You know, and as much as they try to disown this album now, as they see younger kids going to their shows, and they know that their audience is beginning to age out a little bit, their thought process was, especially after I Was Made for Loving You, let's write more poppy songs for the young kids and to be more mainstream. Most Kiss fans will say that this was a disaster. That it was. I do not think so at all. They're two completely different albums. I mean, this is a pop record, and this is a, if anything, like a progressive rock. Black Sabbath with a hint of Boston and maybe some Styx thrown in and a tad bit of Genesis. Peter Gabriel Genesis. So, two completely different albums. Which one is better? Absolutely Technical Ecstasy. Absolutely, positively. The songs are stronger. They're more complex. They are. Black Sabbath wrote, much more complex songs than Kiss. This one, again, people have turned around. I remember this album back in the day when I finally got it on CD and whatnot. People that did, like my friends' older brothers. I always use that reference. Oh, that album sucks. Oh my God, I forgot about that album. Oh my God. Now, people have warmed up to this one, but in a lot of people still think that, especially in the Ozzy catalog, it's pretty low. Overall, still, a lot of people say this is pretty low on their list. I disagree. I think it's awesome. I think this one will survive the test of time more than this one. I mean, I don't think there's anyone watching this video that's going to disagree with me on that. But they're still great albums. Technical Ecstasy is 1,000 times better. But this is fun, man. If you can push away the I only want to listen to Hotter Than Hell and Dress to Kill Kiss, and this isn't my Dress to Kill Kiss, you may enjoy this album more than and maybe because I don't really think Hotter Than Hell and Dress to Kill are great albums. I know, I'm crazy, whatever it may be. But this is still a really, really fun album. But definitely between the two, for sure. I don't think you're going to go wrong with either one. I would, if you were going to buy one of the two, yeah, you'd buy this one. But I don't think you're going to go wrong with either one. So, all right, so between the two, which one is better? I know a lot of people go like, oh, which one of these sucks worse, or blah, blah, blah. No, it's which one is better. Definitely Technical Ecstasy. All right. That was fun. Like, subscribe, and all that fun stuff, and I will see you.